What's up YouTube, Capital G here. So we're talking about the new Kaiba cards that are going to be coming out soon in the OCG. These cards just got revealed and it really does seem like they're trying to tie up all the loose ends from the original anime series. Like everything that happened kind of like in the Legendary Dragon arc, like all the new cards that they showed off in the anime and in the manga during that time. It looks like they were finally giving us all those cards. I mean, I thought maybe the releases of them might be a little sporadic, spread out during the GX era, but once we got the like 5Ds and Zeo, I was like, okay, there is no chance these cards are coming out because it just doesn't make any sense. But there is a new Yu-Gi-Oh movie coming out soon, so maybe, you know, that kind of thrusts the original anime and some of its characters back in the relevance, and it kind of gives Konami an opportunity to release these cards. So anyways, a lot of these cards I had not really forgotten about. Like they were, as soon as I heard the names, I was like, wow, I remember those cards, but I just didn't think that there was a chance of us getting those, like Mirror Force Dragon, and then of course this card, the Doom Virus Dragon. I was like, man, those cards sound really cool, and you know, you can Google search them and you can see them from the anime, but I never really looked into them because I didn't think that they were ever really going to come out. So anyways, Doom Virus Dragon, level 4. It is a Dark Monster Dragon. Artwork is pretty cool. It looks kind of fat, to be honest. 1900 attack, 1500 defense. This card must be special summoned by the Fang of Cretias and sending one Crush Card virus you control or have in your graveyard, or excuse me, or have in your hand to the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by any other way. So obviously, you can't Call of the Haunted or use Soul Charge to bring it back. Effect number 1. If this card is special summoned, check your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they control, or excuse me, all cards they draw until the end of your opponent's third turn after this card's activation, and destroy all monsters with 1500 attack or more. So for you newer players who may have just played the game recently, that is the original Crush Card virus effect, and if you ever resolve it, it is just it is too damn good. Like, I know the game has evolved to where monster destruction isn't as powerful as it was before, but oh my god, original Crush Card virus is still too strong. Mainly just because not only do you get to, you know, kill monsters on their board and then kill their hand like the Crush Card we have now, but then because everything that they draw for the next 3 turns. So not only do you get to potentially get 3 more cards out of their hand because of their draw phases, but then even if you don't hit monsters, you know exactly what they draw because they have to reveal. And then if they use that draw cards like Upstart Goblin or Beginning of the End or, you know, anything like that, then you get to see those cards too. Like, you get so much information and so much advantage from a card like this. It's crazy. Now, I don't think that this card is as good as Mirror Force Dragon, just because Mirror Force is it's not limited, so the chances of you summoning Mirror Force are a lot easier than summoning Doom Virus Dragon. Now if Crush Card Virus ever goes to like 2 or God forbid 3 in the TCG, this card gets a lot more playable. But it looks like, you know, using the Fangs, like you could build almost an entire deck. Like, I didn't know that the Fang could be used for so many different cards. I mean, Kaiba must have been summoning all types of shit on the anime if Konami is pumping one card to summon so many different monsters. Next up, we have Tyrant Burst Dragon. All right, so it's level 8. It is light. Now, you can't tell by the picture because it actually took me a second to realize this is actually a fusion monster. Obviously the picture is kind of dull, so to me it looked like it was brown, but it actually is a fusion. 2900 attack, 2500 defense. Obviously, it must be summoned by the Fang and sending one Tyrant Wing you control or have in your hand to the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Effect number 1, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once. Effect number 2, you can target one monster you control. Equip this card to that target. It gains 400 attack and defense. The monster that is equipped with this card can make 2 additional attacks each battle phase. That's okay. I don't know if I really want to give up a 2900 beater who can attack literally every monster your opponent controls just to get 400 more attack and make my guy be able to get 2 more attacks, because shit like Mirror Force definitely exists, you know what I mean? But I guess you could make the argument that this guy would have died to Mirror Force anyway. This card kind of reminds me of Tyrant Dragon from I think he came out in Legacy of Darkness. It's either Legacy of Darkness or Labyrinth of Nightmare. I think it's LOD. the card where if you destroy the monster, basically you can get another attack, and I feel like it couldn't directly be targeted by spells or something like that. I think the stats are exactly the same, but it really does remind me of Tyrant Dragon. I don't like this guy as much as I do the Doom Virus Dragon, or definitely I think the Mirror Force Dragon is phenomenal. I think that's the best one so far. All right, so damn, the artwork on this card looks real. Oh, it's a trap. Okay, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking it's a monster, and I'm like, where are the stars at? All right, so okay, this is the Tyrant Wing. So this is how you summon the Burst Tyrant Dragon. All right, it says it's a normal trap card. You can target one dragon monster. Equip this card to that target. It gains 400 attack and defense. That's effect number 1. Oh, basically, so with the Burst Tyrant Dragon does, basically it just has that effect copied right into it. And then the effect number 2, the equipped monster can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Okay. And during the end phase, the equipped monster attack, destroy this card. Oh, okay. So it's kind of just like a power up. Basically, Tyrant Burst Dragon's effects are basically built into Tyrant Wing. So I mean, I guess you can use this if like you really have a big monster on board, like a big dragon, and you need to push in for a whole bunch of damage. Like your opponent has like a Necros Valk and a Trishula or something like that on board, and you give your monster 400 attack and defense, and you get obviously, you know, 2 attacks. So you get the potentially clear entire boards. I would probably just discard this card to summon the Burst Dragon, honestly. All right, and then Double Magic Armbind. That looks like the magical arm shield from the anime, the one that Joey used. I wanted that card so bad, but I'm pretty sure that they've already released it. But this looks like a double magical arm shield. All right, so it's a normal trap. Tribute 2 monsters, then target 2 face-up monsters your opponent controls. Gain control of both of those targets until the end phase. Oh my god, this card is so trollific. I say that because you can use tokens. It doesn't say tribute them to the graveyard or anything like that. I think tokens like Dandelion tokens could obviously be played with this, but the main card that I instantly think of is just Scapegoat tokens. And then of course there's like the Fire of Doomsday tokens, and Photons have a token card too. So this card is actually pretty neat. I think it would be there wouldn't be a point if it was tribute 1 to take control, then it would just be enemy controllers. So like it really wouldn't be a point of it. But anyways, the fact that you get 2 monsters is pretty legit, because taking 2 monsters is like taking an opponent's entire field. So I could actually see like one of these being splashed into a deck that might use Scapegoat. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching as always. Subscribing makes life happy.